Around the world, renewable energy use is on the rise, and these alternative energy sources could hold the key to combating climate change. What is renewable energy? Renewable energy is generated from sources that naturally replenish themselves and never run out. The most common sources are solar, wind, hydro, geothermal, and biomass. Over 80% of the total energy consumed by humans is derived from fossil fuels. However, renewables are the fastest growing source of energy in the world. Renewable energy has many benefits. First, it can combat climate change because it creates no direct greenhouse gas emissions. The only emissions that they produce are indirect, meaning those that result from manufacturing parts, installation, operation, and maintenance. But even those are minimal. Second, renewable energy can decrease pollution and therefore reduce threats to our health. Wind, solar, and hydroelectric systems create no air pollution emissions, and geothermal and biomass energy systems emissions are much lower than non-renewable energy sources. Third, renewable energy is a reliable source of power. Because renewable energy sources are, well, renewable, they will never run out. Once built, renewable facilities cost very little to operate, and the fuel is often free. As a result, renewable energy prices tend to be stable over time. While renewable energy has many advantages, it is not without downsides. It is difficult for renewable energy sources to generate power on the same large scale as fossil fuels. Building wind farms and dams can disrupt wildlife and migration patterns and lead to ecological destruction. Both solar and wind energy are intermittent. They only generate power while the sun is shining or while the wind is blowing. Batteries can store excess energy for later use. However, they are often costly.
What is renewable resources? A renewable resources is a resources that can be released naturally over time. As a result, it is sustainable despite it is consumption by humankind. Renewable resources are considered especially important for their potential to replace non-renewable RPT resources in the production of energy. Additional, renewable resources can offer cleaner energy solutions that choose provided by non-renewable resources such as coal and fossils. Examples of renewable resources include the sun, wind, water, the earth, heat, geothermal, and biomass. Key takeaways: the demand of renewable resources is increasing as the human population continues to grow. Energy created by renewable resources is considered virtually unlimited because of the ability of the resources to generate naturally. Renewable energy can lessen the strain on the limited supply fossils, which are considered non-renewable resources. Using renewable resources on a large scale is costly, and more research is needed to make them cost-effective regardless of the renewable nature of some resources. Conservation effort important where water is concerned.
Oil, natural gas, or nuclear energy are examples of non-renewable energy sources. In nature, there are limited resources of this type of energy. That's why they may run out with use. These are some of the most well-known non-renewable energy sources. Oil is found under the Earth's surface. It's a liquid substance formed by a mixture of hydrocarbons. Oil has a strong smell and dark color. Oil is used to produce fuels like gasoline or gas oil, which we use to power the engines of vehicles. Coal is a rock that is extracted from open-pit underground mines. It's a black substance formed by the fossilization of the dead remains of plants. When coal is burned, it produces heat. Natural gas is extracted from deposits found under the ground. We use natural gas to heat houses. Uranium is a chemical element extracted from underground shafts and mines. We use uranium to produce nuclear energy, which in its turn will later transform into electric energy. Non-renewable energies have disadvantages for the environment. For example, exhaust gases emit contamination gases in the atmosphere, which are harmful for the planet. As for nuclear energy, it is necessary to handle radioactive residues properly. When there's an accident related to non-renewable energy resources and residues, environmental catastrophes of great magnitude may occur, which are crucial for the Earth and all living beings. To reach the world energy objectives and help take care of the environment, it's indispensable to reduce the use of non-renewable energy resources and accelerate the transition towards renewable energies.
Non-renewable energy. Non-renewable energy. Sources do not form or replenish in a short period of time and are often not readily replaceable at quick enough pace to keep up with that consumption. Non-renewable energy sources are crude oil, natural gas, coal, and uranium. Non-renewable sources of energy can be used up or even harvested to extinction. Categories: all articles, land and geology, most popular terms, Wilson cycle, non-renewable energy, kinetic energy, lithosphere, cross-cutting relationship, Earth's outer, permafrost carbon cycle, renewable of energy, atmosphere. What are non-renewable sources? The term non-renewable resources refers to natural substance that is not replenished with the speed at which consumed. As such, a non-renewable resource is a finite resource. Humans constantly draw on the reserve of these substances, while the formation of new supplies takes once. Examples of non-renewable sources include fossil fuels like oil, natural gas, and coal. The opposite of non-renewable sources is a renewable source that supplies of this resource replenish, natural or it can be sustained. Key takeaways. A non-renewable resources is a substance that is used up more quickly than it can replace itself. The supply of non-renewable source is finite, which means it cannot easily be replenished. That renewable sources are extracted directly from the earth. Most fossil fuels, minerals, and metal are non-renewable sources. The opposite of non-renewable sources is a renewable ones, whose supplies are abundant and are considered sustainable.